Thank you for coming out. My name is Christopher Bowen. I'm going to talk to you about the ORS of motivational interviewing. A little bit about myself. I worked for the Department of Corrections for 7 years, and last year I've been working for adult parole and probation. In adult parole and probation, we talk a lot about motivational interviewing, and I figured this would be a good thing to talk to you guys about. One thing about motivational interviewing, you'll realize when you're interviewing someone, if it's an offender, person at work, or a child, you sometimes come across a roadblock. And what does that roadblock mean? In motivational interviewing, that means you get one-word answers like, how are you today? Fine. Oh, what'd you do today? Nothing. And I know as a parent, you kind of want answers that they'll explain to you how their day was or things like that. And with offenders, you try to get out of them what their problems are, what the roadblocks are, and stuff like that. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever done an interview or talking to a friend or grown up at something and they don't give you a straightforward answer? They don't give you any answer. Sometimes they just look at you and the blank stare. Well, through motivational interviewing, we have found that it helps get the people to open up and express their feelings about a lot of things. So here we go. Okay, ORS, I'm going to talk about what are they and how to use them. You probably think, well, what is ORS? You probably think of oars in a boat. Well, ORS stand for open-ended questions, affirmations, reflections, and summarizing. We're going to talk a little bit about each one of these individually and what they stand for. Open-ended questions. Well, an open-ended question, you want to avoid questions that can be answered by yes or no. So in other words, you want to ask them questions where they have to give you a feeling of an answer with a feeling. For example, why don't you tell me about your day today? You know, they're going to tell you, well, it wasn't that great of a day. I had problems here or I had problems there. Or, for example, your child. How was your day at school? I was all right, but I'm still having problems in certain classes or having problems with my friends. So you want to ask them questions that they just won't say, fine, I don't know. Don't worry about it. Some things like that. The next one we have is affirmations. What is affirmations? Affirmations acknowledge the person's strengths and positive behaviors. Well, how can you do that with offenders or a child or another employee? You can pull out their things they do positively. For example, if you're in construction, somebody can't do one thing right, you say, well, let's move you over here into this division because you can frame really well, so let's do that. Or at work, you know, you have somebody that is stronger in one thing and not stronger in the other. You always want to bring out the positive things they can do so they feel better about themselves and brings out their positive behaviors. And it makes them so they don't get down on themselves and think negative things. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Next one is reflections. Reflections is using reflections we can lead the person to change talk as well as get them over their roadblock. So what reflection is you they start talking about something that it's just gonna stop. So what we would like to do is change it. So let's change it to a different subject, say for example of work. Or tell me about your other classes. How are the other classes doing? And we can help them get past the roadblock. Because a lot of times when they hit a roadblock, they don't know what to say. They shut up and don't talk. So our goal is to get them over that roadblock. And the next one is summarizing. Use summaries to wrap up a conversation and to review goals or other commitments made during the conversation. This one is very important because this shows the person or the child or the employee that you really care about what their problem is or how their day is going. Because you summarize it up by, well, let me see if I heard you right. Your day's gone like this, and you're having problems here, or you're doing good here. This shows the person that you truly care, you're truly listening, and it will help them get through those roadblocks. So in conclusion, we have found that by using these 4 basic concepts of ORS, you can overcome the roadblocks and succeed in an interview or talking to your family or coworkers. And we have found that ORS and motivational interviewing, it's tough sometimes, but it does really work. and it will get you through those roadblocks in interviewing or with your kids or anything else. Okay, that's my presentation on OARS and motivational interviewing. I thank you very much. Thank you.